Well, little mortals, back to Outskirt, where tempers run hotter than forge fires and every smile hides a sharpened edge. Listen closely, the threads are tightening. Back in town, the day began harmlessly enough. There were chats with Jory and the dwarf twins at the smithy, hammers ringing, sparks flying, the sort of work that makes sense in a world that rarely does. Bramsey spent hours with Dranath and came away with new spells stitched into his mind like silver threads. For a moment it almost seemed peaceful. Then came the reckoning. Leanara, stormed into the Three Stags and found the party basking in bread and ale. Her fury was unmasked and unrestrained. She demanded to know why the party had confided in Maladûk and chosen to run with orcish pragmatism over the Truth Society's creed. Every word she spoke was a blade, and each one cut. Quasimund added his sneer from the shadows, telling them to leave town if they valued their skins. Alfilia was there too, cold as a drawn sword, refusing even to look in their direction. Outskirt had weighed the party's choices, and its judgment was swift. Still, even frost can be edged with opportunity. Regram learned of Troll's Spire far to the northeast, a sorcerer's eyrie where an ancient alchemist sells potions to those willing to brave the climb. The tip was timely because the sky went black without warning and warm blood rained down over the town. Panic rippled like wind through grain. Then, from the direction of Troll's Spire, a light flared, a single star-bright lance, and the omen ceased as if a hand had closed the Book of Doom. Gallio, the old sailor with memory enough for a dozen lifetimes, remembered that omens like this rise with demonic influence. The message was clear. It was time to climb. The road through the Vale is never quiet. At a scorched and lightning-split tree, ghosts gathered, pleading for consecration. Broche, to his credit, remembered the old ritual of Eladane, water, words, the breathing of the past over the present, and laid their bones to rest. As the spirits faded, they whispered a warning. The true danger at Troll's Spire waits on the roof, and beware the troll. Good counsel, rarely given so freely. Next came the cultists of Sathmog, chanting under the eaves of the wood. Regram slipped forward to scout and stepped squarely into a noisemaker. The chant cut off. Silence fell. Then the cultists burst from the brush, running at him like shadows with knives. Regram, no fool, sprinted for the party and outpaced them easily. The cultists did not follow. The road held its breath, then exhaled, and the party moved on. By the second night, they could see Troll's Spire, black against the last green light, clawing at the sky from a rocky hill. Not long before camp, the party spotted a dragon egg in the scrub, coated in poison, so deadly it kills on contact. Even fools know better than to cradle a dragon's seed. They let it lie and made camp, keeping one eye open for serpent wings. In the morning, they climbed. The tower's base was braided with red and black roses, their perfume sweet and wrong, the kind of sweetness that sticks to the back of the throat. A great red door blocked the way, and knocking brought only silence. Only when they raised their voices did the troll alchemist finally answer. Haga, irritable as an old cat and twice as sharp. She told them to be gone. They told her about the dragon egg. That changed everything. 10 potions, she said, if they hauled the egg into her tower. Help? Number. Take the bargain or leave. So the party built a rope and pole hoist and did the job themselves, muscles burning, curses flying, while Haga cracked open the door and watched with thinly veiled amusement. Inside, the air was thick with herbs and iron, and a giant horned toad, Ambrosius, plodded after them like a living gargoyle as they climbed to Haga's laboratory. Upstairs, truths unraveled. It was Haga who halted the blood rain. Her magic is old, and older still is she. Over 1,000 years and once familiar with Eladane and his sister in the age before Ash. When shown a piece of the statuette, she nodded, slow and knowing. Yes, it is a key. Yes, there might be another piece below in the tower's sealed cellar, but nothing is free. Clear the roof of its pests, harpies and naiads, and she would open the door below. The party agreed. Gallio, ever the practical veteran, told them to plug ears and noses. Songs and scents can kill as surely as steel. Up the ladder they went into salt-sweet wind, to a rose-ringed pool set between battlements like a mirror laid for gods. There, in water that looked deeper than the sky, lounged two naiads, beautiful as first love and just as dangerous. Words were tried, smiles were exchanged. Then Bramsey made his intent clear, and the naiad's eyes went hard as river glass. Water rose, claws glinted. The roof tightened like a drumhead, and the fight began.